Welcome back to the Only Points podcast, you guys. We're your host, Eddie Garcia. We got Eddie Mercado, Alexis Martinez, and our special guest today, you guys. We got a special one right here. It is Mo Capital.
What's up, guys?
That's how we all know him on Instagram. Mo is actually one of our business partners. We collab a lot and we work together. Just how our previous speaker, Elvis Somoza, we are all connected. We all work together. And I want to let the man introduce himself.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the podcast. Only Points. I know you guys, we haven't had a schedule to meet up, but today finally we're doing it. My name is Mo. People call me Mohammed or Mo. And I've been doing business since 2017 after I was tired of working at 9 to 5. I just worked at a mall for like 10 years and decided to do something with my life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So a lot of humble beginnings for a lot of our guests over here. So actually, one of the things that we really like to talk and bring for our guests is to tell us a lot about the background, how they got started, where they grew up, where were they born, what type of traditional values were they raised with, and what type of mentality shift made them to become the entrepreneur that you guys are today. So if you want to start, where were you born?
Yeah.
How did you get here? All that stuff.
Yeah, I was born in Bangladesh. I'm half Arab and half Bengali. So as soon as I was born, I think within a year, my parents actually moved to Dubai. Back then Dubai wasn't all of that. So
humble beginnings, of course.
Yeah. So it was basically like the desert, you know. We had like a house, we had like maids, we had drivers. We had 2 drivers actually, one for my dad and one for our family.
Would you say then, starting off, were you guys a little bit more well off? Because if people are hearing this, you had maids and drivers, that doesn't sound like a humble beginning to me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the beginning in Bangladesh, like we lived in the village. We actually lived in like a mud house. My dad, got a job in Dubai, so he basically, applied for us to come to Dubai. So yeah, I grew up like, I remember like I had no shoes while I was growing up, and then we were struggling, because whenever my dad was paying off his visa, because it's one of those things like if you guys go to Dubai, you will notice there's a lot of people from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Philippines. They actually work there and they have to pay a lot of money to come to Dubai.
And they keep working there, right?
Yeah, and they had to keep working, and then they actually hold your passport while you're there, so you can't leave.
That's what that was also the controversy with Qatar with the World Cup, how they were building all these stadiums, getting immigrants from other countries, forcing them to work and paying them very little and very rough conditions.
Yeah, it's basically like they work like almost like 7 days a week, and then my dad actually went through that. First he was in the military, then he retired, then he worked at a construction site.
So how did your family go from having to work that type of job and now being in Dubai with maids and chauffeurs? How did that happen?
So my dad had a business.
I was going to say, what job was it?
Yeah, so he was basically making he opened up his own factory, and then he was making like plastic cups, plastic plates in that factory.
Anything that's like required, almost replenishably.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane. So that he opened it in Dubai, I'm guessing. Is that correct? Okay, gotcha. And that gave you guys the capability of being able to get the maids and everything. And so how long were you living? How old were you when you moved to Dubai? And how long were you in Dubai for?
So I was like basically a year old and moved to Dubai, and then something happened with my dad's business, and I went back to Bangladesh.
How long was that?
So it was like when I was a year old, moved to Dubai, and then when I was like maybe 10, we moved back to Bangladesh.
But we're in a way better situation now, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, of course.
So how much of a memory do you have of Dubai? Because if you were to tell me, hey, do you have any memories when you were less than 10 years old?
Yeah.
They're very, very limited.
Actually, to be honest with you, I have a really good memory as a child. Like,
awesome.
I remember like almost like everything, some situations that I got into, I remember like, I was throwing a rock at this truck. I ended up like, hitting the windshield and broke the whole windshield. I got in trouble for it,
You just sparked the memory of mine, but keep going.
Yeah. So like the holidays and stuff, and then I remember like going fishing when we moved back to Bangladesh. Like I used to like go fishing in the lake. People own those lakes, so we can't really go fishing, but I used to do it like secretly to catch fish and then like bring it to my mom so she can cook it and stuff.
Was this for fun or was this?
This was for fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were just a snotty kid trying to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Did your parents start a new business while they were in Bangladesh, or was it the same? Did he just decide? Your dad decided to
Yeah, my
start
dad went into like politics and stuff when he came back. So,
another politics
yeah.
kid? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, no wonder you and Elvis got along so well. No.
Yeah, you gotta understand, like third world countries, like when people start making money, they have to get into politics. They have to pick a side.
Why is that?
It's because it comes with a lot of benefits. Like when you're into politics, you could make your own rules. You can make, let's say, if you have a shipment coming in, you don't want, you don't want anyone to like.
I was about to say, I feel like it's goes hand in hand with corruption in the hands that where businesses are, or where politicians are able to grow their businesses because they are the ones who are enforcing the rules
Yeah,
and
exactly.
creating the rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
gotcha.
collect taxes, which is like, like money that you can make
to protect
like
themselves.
to basically, let's say if someone has a shipment coming in, you're able to charge like taxes so you can make money on that.
Gotcha. I'm not trying to say that your dad was. I'm just saying that he was playing the game.
Yeah.
There was
yeah.
there was the game, and he decided I'm gonna play by the rules. Okay, perfect. So that's awesome. And how long were you guys there? And because now you're here in America, you live in Vegas.
Yeah.
You live everywhere, but you primarily live in
Yeah, I
Vegas.
live in Vegas right now.
So how did we get here?
So basically, I moved to the United States when I was 12. My uncle applied for us.
So you were only living back in Bangladesh for 2 years after
Yeah.
that. Okay, and then you guys moved to the U.S. And why is that?
Better opportunities. They told my uncle told my dad that he had a job opportunity for him. So he worked like that job for I think 10 years, and then started his own business.
Okay, so wait, hold up, because you said that your father got into politics, right, in
Yeah.
Bangladesh when you guys went back. So he was thinking about doing it for he did it for like maybe 2 years, and then
Yeah.
his brother, who was already here in America, said, "Hey, I got a good odd job opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Come to the United States." And was it a business like, hey, you're gonna have your business, or like under working for somebody else?
Well, under working for somebody else, and then he worked for 10 years, no days off, and he saved up money here. And we also sold some properties that he had in Bangladesh, and basically started his own first store, quick stop.
Gotcha. So what does your father do now?
He owns a bunch of 7-Eleven and Quick Stop, Circle K. Yeah.
You're gonna say that comment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it.
So
Yeah.
the stereotype is accurate.
Yeah, it is accurate. Yeah, it's all the people from Pakistan and India, they own Subways and stuff like that. But it's it's a known business. They work in there, and then one of the things that my uncles did is that when he made some money after working for so long, saved up money, sold properties, they were able to partner up with him on a store. So that's how he got his.
Gotcha.
First store.
So please do not disclose the locations because this is gonna be quite
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
But what areas like
Cities.
Vegas,
It's Miami.
Southern Miami?
area.
Perfect.
Yeah, because
Good
I was
answer.
gonna say
Yeah.
when you came from Bangladesh to the U.S., you landed where?
In Miami.
Yeah, which is I remember you go to
Yeah.
Miami a lot. I remember last year when we began to get closer. That's where you spent your New Year's.
Yeah.
I mean your
yeah.
birthday. You spent your birthday in Miami, and then you
Yeah.
took off to Dubai.
Yeah.
And actually, one of the first times I met you, you also threw an event in Miami, at a Taekwondo shop, or what
Yeah.
was it? Something like
Yeah.
that. So that's where I also met you. But you were in Bangladesh, you were in Dubai. Did you speak any English before coming to the United States?
Yeah, I went to a school where they taught you English, but not
That's excellent question.
not really fluently.
Gotcha.
So I actually I came here during the summer, so I was watching SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, and all that.
All the cartoons.
Yeah, and then I started learning
Picking
English.
it up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so what languages do you speak now?
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the difficulty to be able to transition, language-wise, culture-wise,
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't to learn the language. It wasn't really difficult. It was really easy because you're in an environment. Well, especially when you're young, you can really pick up a language really fast, right?
Right.
So, and the culture thing was kind of shocking for me because Dubai is modernized now, but it wasn't like that. But before, when I was living there in Bangladesh, it's completely different. It's worse than Philippines. It's
Wow.
it's smells everywhere, and especially if you go into the city, there's stuff everywhere. You know, it's just like
Trash
there's-
everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and it's just like when you go there, you're gonna get a headache first of all, because like there's a lot of honking in the city. So
Worse
they
in New
honk.
York?
Yeah, worse in New York.
Oh,
wow.
man, and that's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
It's actually
Yeah.
kind of crazy because I actually, well, obviously I'm Mexican. My parents are Mexican, but I've experienced poor people. I've said this before. I've seen poor people in Mexico, but I experienced true poverty in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's
Now-
like worse in Bangladesh.
Now,
for
if
sure.
if you're saying it's worse in Bangladesh, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
Like
actually
even
looking at-
kids like work in factories and stuff.
yeah,
over
because
there.
I was like, I don't know if you remember, but I looked at you. I was like, how much worse can this actually get? Because there's like literally people dying on the sidewalks. They have no water, no food. They don't even have strength to get up.
Yeah.
So it's damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're 12 years old. You come to Florida. You were in Florida for how long?
I was in Florida until I was like 26.
Okay, so pause. You come to Florida. You start going to like middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
So you start in middle school, and then did you ever get picked on? Did you ever?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, because my name is Mohammed, of course. Like I got
Wow.
picked on,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like all the terrorist jokes. But the thing is that,
yeah.
like, I didn't let that faze me. I was like, these are just kids, you know. Like mentally, like I was really kind of like more mature than like all these kids, because I was like, it's just like
The way you grew up.
yeah, the way we grew up, my parents raised me, and then like, I had a mature like everything that was happening around me, I just took it in. I was like, you know what, like one day I'll make it. I don't really care about what's going on right now.
You probably thought, I came from a shit place. This is just an opportunity. I'm not
Yeah.
about to ruin it. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Question
Is that-
for you, because sorry, you were gonna finish something.
No, just to wrap up this. So, did you like finish high school,
Yeah. I did.
college?
Yeah, college. Yeah.
You went to
4-year
school?
degree. Yeah.
You went to. I'm like mind blown. I
Dude,
didn't know
all
you
the
went-
best entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
went to
I have
college.
I have a bachelor degree on criminology and
Criminology?
and psychology.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any
Wow,
minors?
That does a lot.
Psychology was a minor.
Psychology?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
There you go.
Yeah, I
It's
went to school
interest-
because like my parents, you know how brown parents, like Spanish
Right, right.
parents, Asian
Yeah.
parents, they push you to go to school.
Right.
They want me to
Take
become a
advantage.
doctor, engineer.
This
or,
is this
like-
is something that we talked about in a different podcast, and this
Yeah.
is my theory. I think the best entrepreneurs are the people who went to a really good school or like got really good education through university or whatever it may be, and they have that hard work mentality.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling people, because I know people who have hard work mentality, but they can't fucking learn for shit. They're like thick-headed, they're dumb.
Yeah.
And then I have people who are fucking book smart, like geniuses, but they're lazy, or they don't have the work hard mentality or like the entrepreneur spirit. So when you combine the two, the ability to change and adapt and learn quickly to hard work ethics, you're fucking successful.
Yeah.
I think it's because the people that are book smart know that they can learn and do the job, but won't, because they will understand it. But the people that go to school, it takes them hard work to complete the task or the subject, or because going to college, the task is to complete the 4-year college,
Yeah.
the 4-year degree, whatever, no matter how long it takes you, because it took me 6.5 years. Hate to admit it, but hey, you know what? Fuck it, we
You
did
got
it.
it done.
We
As
did
long
it.
as you got it done.
Yeah, and it's a bio degree, minor in chemistry.
yeah.
You know, it's just a light flex, and from there, I think those people that work hard will outwork and outperform people that are book smart.
Absolutely.
true.
So, the question that I wanted to bring you is because you mentioned your father a lot throughout the journey. So, well, what about your mom? Did your mom do anything? And
No, she never worked a
financially?
day in her life, you know.
Okay, so
'Cause-
that's okay. So here's
Because
go-
like my parents came from, my mom actually came from like a wealthy family, and she got married to my dad, which they weren't like that wealthy. But the thing is that like she took care of the family, like like in Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India, the women like really take care of the family.
So that's what I was gonna say. So when you were just mentioning your dad a lot, I was thinking you come from traditional value family,
Yeah.
right? Is that fair to
Yeah.
say? So do you still hold to those beliefs? Are you, when, for example, looking for a partner or whenever you're thinking about having a family, do you feel like, okay, I'm the breadwinner, I'm the provider, maybe that's what in court you become so successful,
Yeah.
and then, hey, the person in my life, I just want her to focus on my kids, raising a family, taking care of them.
Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah, which is crazy because like I was talking to one of my friend named Erica. We went out the other day and we're just like grabbing drinks and stuff. And the conversation I had like kind of gave me like goosebumps. Is the point of the conversation was like she was telling me all these girls you've been dating like in Vegas or like before, like wherever I dated them, they didn't have a single value compared to my mom. So that's why it didn't like work out. That kind of gave me goosebumps. I'm like, damn, like she's so right. Like I kind of like, coming from the culture and everything, like kind of lost my way. Like I'm more Americanized now.
Correct.
But like when she told me that, I was like, damn, she's 100% right. Like you can't even find women right now like that has those cultural values that won't like has distraction or will cheat because there's a next better thing,
Right. And I think you said it before, where it's the location, because we're in Vegas right now, and you currently live in Vegas, and yes, I'm guessing that the whole stigma behind Vegas, trying to find a girl that was born here and raised here that will stay loyal to a man.
Yeah.
Especially when there's like so many tourists and so many artists, so many things happening in Vegas. It's like you wouldn't. It sounds fucked up to say, but like I don't know who said it, but like it's hard to find a girl who hasn't been ran through here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Facts.
you gotta think about it, right? Vegas, Miami, LA. It's a city like with a lot of money, right?
It's a party city.
Like it's cool, like you get a 10K table at Omnia, but there's another guy buying a whole bottle for 100K. There's the next better thing, There's a girl you could be flying out first class, but there's another guy in LA offered her private jet to come to his place,
Right.
So when a girl like she could be like broke, but she's good looking, she has nothing in her bank account, no business, she's just living, but she could be living the life because of she's a girl and all these guys are DMing her like, oh, like come out to here, come out to Coachella, come out to Tulum with me,
Right.
you know what I mean? So they feel like they made it because all these guys are like, after them,
Yeah, and it's so funny that I tell people, like, one of the things that I really like in women is their personality and their sense of their attitude, because for the longest time I went to private schools for the majority of my life, except for my elementary school. I went to USD. It's in San Diego. It's a private Catholic university, but like all the girls there, majority of the girls there are white girls who came from very, very wealthy families, and some of the people that went there did not deserve to be there because they were not smart.
Yeah.
Their family were just fucking rich.
Yeah.
That's why. And for the longest time, I did not find white women attractive because that's what I saw. I saw these women and their attitude was so ugly, in my opinion, that just everything about them just became ugly and disgusting. Even though looking back, they were gorgeous. They were very beautiful, but just their fucking attitude is like, in the way they talk, fucking put me some earplugs real quick. Like it was fucking annoying.
Yeah, I mean, there are girls with like those cultural. I'm not saying all girls are like
Right,
in the
correct.
United States. Like for example, like I was in a relationship with someone for like 8 years because she had those cultural values and she had like family oriented,
No
things like
social
that.
media.
Yeah, yeah, she didn't have no social media.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it worked out because like she lived like outside of the city of Miami, like 30 minutes away.
Right. And that's actually one of the girl that I'm actually talking to. Her social media is like her kid, and she posts like there's nothing sexual about her on her social media ever. So it's like I don't want to have a type of girl that seeks validation from other men, especially that people that she doesn't even know or she cares about. That's dumb to me.
Yeah.
I was actually seeing a solid 7, with or without makeup, like just a solid 7. But damn, like she would make me laugh like no other. So that was just my attraction towards her.
Gotcha.
Like her personality, and just imagine me like I love laughing, but it's just she brought that out of me. Of course, good off that, but
Yeah.
that's
It
just
is
what happens.
it is, man. But yeah, okay. So bringing it back to your upbringing. So quick tangent
You're in
on
Miami.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you came here. You were, I can't remember. Did you work when you were 16?
Yeah, I started working.
When did you get your first job? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually work for my dad. So you ever been into a 7-Eleven where basically there's big coolers? It's actually like a big fridge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, I was part-time. I used to come from school. I used to fill up those, like whatever
From the
was
back.
empty from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like I used to be on the cash register too.
I
and
think
stuff.
that's such a like entrepreneur thing, because like even for self, like I don't put my daughter work, but like my daughter loves helping me out. So every single time in the office, and she's 8 years old, and
She's crazy organized.
she's crazy organized. She starts organizing my office
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me see. I try to have my dad help me out with printing letters for credit repair clients, and then because at one point I needed to start printing them, and then it turns out I was like so frustrated because my dad, he couldn't get it. But again, he's about to turn 70 next month, so I don't expect him to understand how to use a computer. And then I was like, you know what, Ale, come over here on your tablet, go right here. I showed her how to print letters in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
She
You use
picked
that
up-
tax write-off, right? Every year?
Yeah, so yeah, she starts helping me out now.
Yeah.
Like holy shit, I'm up to the point where my daughter it could start helping me out with the business.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to see.
Yeah, you gotta teach him young too. Like with my son, like I want to do the same thing. Like I want to teach him like the business aspect and like teaching him values of having a business instead of just going to school, getting a degree, and getting a regular 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like I remember like going to Grant Cardone's event in Miami. I think this was in 2020 or 2019. Like there was more than 50,000 people in the crowd.
Yeah,
so
it's
it was
insane.
huge.
These are packed.
And she spoke. I think she was like around 7 or 8 years old, and she
Who's
spoke.
she?
Grant Cardone's daughter. I already
Yeah.
know who you were talking about.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, like that's crazy, to be able to have like someone who's that confident and speak. She wasn't even nervous. She was just speaking it naturally,
Yeah, no, my daughter, I recorded a podcast with my daughter.
Yeah.
She was nervous. She didn't know exactly what to say. I do have to work on that, but one of the things for myself, I don't post my daughter anywhere online. One of the things, because I have a daughter, a girl, one of the things I want to first show her is like social media doesn't matter. Don't fucking worry about social media. I don't even want her to have social media until she's close to be about an adult. And I want her to learn how she doesn't need male satisfaction, like gratification, or like likes and shit like that. So that's one thing. The second thing is like, since I also have a daughter, I don't want my daughter to be sexualized or painted anything weird online. So that's why I just don't post her.
Yeah.
I can talk about her. I'm a little reserved about it, but I talk about how it is to be a father as an entrepreneur, how to manage that as a single father too, right?
Yeah.
Being able to manage shit with the baby mama or just having to raise them. So I like talking about that, but me posting a picture of her online, fuck no.
Yeah.
I just don't know there's too many creeps out there, bro.
Yeah, I think social media, like even like for kids having like TikTok, Instagram is really bad.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I'm going to be working on. Not being like, even like when my son watches something, it has to be educational. National Geographic or some like learning about like the ABC. Not just like
Peppa Pig.
No Coco Melon.
yeah, no Cocomelon, no Baby Shark, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And it's really important because if you think about it, all these kids right now, the parents, they don't even like care. They just, here's an iPad, like go on YouTube.
Yeah, everybody's too busy.
Yeah,
They don't
and then
check out.
as the kids are growing up, being a teenager, they're seeing
Dumb.
social media like, oh, this girl is like pretty, right? Or this guy is like has like muscles. Like in their mind, they think they're not enough. They need to be like them.
Right.
Why most of the relationships don't work anymore is because they have a nice girl and he's looking on Instagram like, oh, look at this girl's big ass. But if you see that person in person, they don't look like that. It's all edited,
Right.
Like that's how it is now. Like every girl like I know, like right now, 90% of them, when they take a story, they have a filter on,
Yeah.
And everybody's just influenced to become like
perfect.
like them or perfect plastic surgery. You know, BBL is popular.
I
like,
don't
all that.
I have no mind. I don't have any problem with anybody trying to become, like trying to better themselves by working out, eating healthier, looking better. Fuck it. If you want to have any type of surgery to feel more confident about yourself, go for it. But when you're trying to do it for other people, when you're trying to do it for gratification or for validation, attention, when you know, like
that's when it becomes a problem because you don't know when to stop and you lose control.
Correct. And it's like there's no point in that. But man, we keep getting sidetracked here.
Okay, so you're 16.
You
started
work your
working
first
with
job.
Yeah.
But
Let's turn on this light right
when
here.
did you?
Yeah.
It's right there.
But no. Oh, there it is. Perfect.
When did you actually get your first job away from like your parents?
When I was like 17. I
So,
remember
like, months or 1 year later?
I mean, my first job, I was actually like kind of had my own business in high school, and in high school, I used to basically like I used to play soccer, I used to run track and cross country.
Damn.
So those 3 things I did, and then I was a kicker for the football team. So I had a duffel bag. And
This guy Americanized real quick.
yeah, the reason I joined the football team
colonizer.
is actually to hit the weight room because it's like
Yeah.
having a free gym, you know.
There you go.
So I became a kicker because I was a soccer player, and then I used to carry like Capri Sun, Gatorade, like sneakers. Like I saw like if you go to my dad used to go to Sam's Club to refill his grocery store. So what I used to do, I used to buy a pack of 24 sneakers. And I used to buy it with my own money, of course, and then put them in my duffel bag and sell it during every period or every class is different, every different people, right? So people knew me as like, oh, he got the snacks, you know? So I used to sell those to make money.
You're a snack.
Huh?
You're a snack.
Yeah. And at one point, it got to like a point where I started like distributing it to like other people. And then the not the principal, but the one of the dean was like, you gotta stop doing this. You know, because like those teachers selling the same thing, and they're like, I was kind of like a competition. So I was like, you know what? Okay, so what I started doing, I started distributing to other people. So I was just like handling the money part. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
First entrepreneurship.
What trash principal or dean? Maybe the dean was selling stuff too. And
Yeah, I mean, I did it for just to make money, you know. And they were like, oh, we're doing it to raise money for something.
How long ago how long did you get away with it? And do you even remember rough numbers on how much you actually made?
I was making like anywhere between $500-$600 a week back then.
whoa.
Yeah.
In profits?
In profit, yeah.
What
Wow.
the nice.
I had a whole like I had 5
Operation.
people under me, and then they had different classes.
Bro, because here's the thing. I did the same thing, sort of. Did you guys ever have to sell chocolate, like the boxes they'll give it to you by 5th or 6th grade, and then for you to be able to raise enough money to go to camp,
on a field trip?
go to a field trip, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so we did the same thing. So we were given a box. Well, my mom and I were like we collected all the money to go to the field trip, but we said, fuck it, let's keep going. And so we went to the 99-cent store, bought the candies it was like 3 for 99 cents.
Yeah.
And then we will
Back in the day?
we will walk across to Walmart and stand in front of Walmart and sell them for $1 a piece.
Yeah.
And even when somebody was like, man, these candies look familiar. Did you get them from 99-cent store? I was like, I don't know, bro. I was selling all these candies. And then I remember some of my classmates coming out of Walmart. And they see me like, these are not the candies given out in class. I was like, don't shut up, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
I was making about like $200 to $300 a week.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah, I did that too, and I actually broke like a school record, like doing that. So I sold 55 boxes of those.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then what I did is I lived in a big community with apartments. It's like, like basically like middle class like apartments, and I went to every single apartment because there was like buildings of those, and then I started going to like rich neighborhoods and started like knocking doors. So I mean, I didn't make any money from those, but I just wanted to do it for myself, like how much I can push myself.
Bro,
You
most version of the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you learn a lot. You learn sales. What
Yeah.
works, what doesn't work, how to approach specific
Yeah, and then
people.
if you're a kid, like nobody's really gonna say no to you, you know? Like,
Oh,
that's
that
the
is
one thing
so
I
true.
use.
You didn't run into any Karens?
I ran into
Not
one.
really,
I need
no.
to talk about this. But so I want to talk about this because I didn't know that at Walmart, when you're standing outside, you had to get permission from Walmart to sell shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. We were just standing outside. Well, apparently there was already a guy selling chocolates and shit outside, like food things, just shit. And he got mad, and everybody was like, "Shut the fuck up! He's a little kid." Because, dude, I was in elementary school, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he was getting mad at me, and I was like, just standing there, very afraid. Like, I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, everybody was teaming up against it. And then my mom just grabbed me, like, let's get the fuck out of here. And then we just dipped out. But yeah, we never decided
funny.
to do that again after that.
Yeah.
So that's what cut my business entrepreneurship short right there.
Gotcha.
Some
Yeah.
asshole, some Karen. Bro.
Yeah.
But okay, dope. So you were working for your dad. You started selling. You were arbitraging, whatever you can get.
Drop shipping.
Yeah.
You were drop shipping chocolate.
Yeah. And then my first actual job, which actually I think that was a question, it was Abercrombie and Fitch. So
The guy, the model without the shirt on.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Wait,
No,
did
I did that. I did that in the end. Yeah. So
Really?
I used to have a six pack and everything. So I used to.
What
you know,
happened?
That's
No,
around.
just kidding.
That's around the summertime.
The summertime,
So,
there you go.
Christmas time. Sorry, Christmas.
Well,
time.
you must have been 18 then, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
Sheesh.
Abercrombie, how long did you do that for?
Abercrombie, I worked there for like 2 years, and
Oh,
then
okay.
and then I got recruited to work for Zara. But one of the things that I did at Abercrombie, that's one of the jobs everybody gets, like Hollister, Abercrombie, like right in the mall, like retail, because
Gotcha.
they require no previous experiences. You were getting like maybe like around $8 an hour.
Dude, I remember those
And-
days. Holy shit.
And then the crazy thing is that they had a referral program. Every time you refer someone, they give you like, I think it was like $1,200 around there.
That's a lot of money.
So after 3 months, they stay. And then I was referring everybody from my high school. I was like, you need a job, you need a job. So I stayed in contact with my friends. So I got maybe like over 20 people just to work at Abercrombie and Fitch, the location that I was working in, just referring people.
So you did this you were there for 2 years, you said, right?
2 years, yeah.
Okay. And you recorded all those people. And then you went to another retail store, which we said Zara.
Zara,
How long
yeah.
did you work there for?
Worked for like another 2-3 years there.
So total 5 years retail.
Yeah, right, retail, and then I got hired. The manager came from Apple, and then he was like, "You want to work for us? We'll give you $20 an hour." I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Okay, cool. Is there any? Wait, I know you probably want to ask something, but before you do, is there any life or any business lessons that you extracted out of working retail?
Not at Abercrombie and Fitch,
Okay.
but at Zara, like I got promoted on this first week to be a head cashier for men's side, and it was just basically when you, especially like at a first job, I would say you want to be the best, right? And you want to show the managers that you're capable of more.
Right.
I was doing things like normal people weren't doing at the job, and I was taking over. Like I learned how to use the cashier, so they put me from the floor to the cashier. That's when they promoted
did they
me.
train you, or did you took the initiative to learn?
I
that
took
was
the initiative to learn.
that was the
yeah.
word that I was gonna drop. I was like, you were basically showing initiative.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I mean, showing initiative is really good, man. Like, cause all these managers were from like other countries at Zara,
Right.
cause they're like from Spain, I believe. So like, I showed initiative. I showed up every day. I didn't miss a day of work. I was picking up like double shifts so I could make more money. And then like, 1 week later, they're like, hey, you want to become head cashier? Cause one of the guys quit. So when you show that like approach that you could do
drive.
that
Right.
drive, they're like, okay, we're gonna put this guy.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's the love, the passion to love to learn. Because how I relate with that is the fact that when I used to work for Domino's, I worked for Domino's at the time was 3 years. After 3 years of working at Domino's, I sat myself down and I was like, I need to figure this out.
Yeah.
What am I good at? And I said, and it came to the realization, holy shit, I'm really good at Domino's. Like I'm really good at running because I was part of the store that won General Manager of the Year 3 years in a row. So every single store competed in the world, in the United States. Oh yeah, in the world. So it was 13,000 locations worldwide, and we were the best store worldwide 3 years in a row. So I was like, oh, whoa, I'm fucking really good at this shit. How do I become a franchise owner? I learned what it became. I needed to become a general manager of a store for 1 year.
Yeah.
So when I told the franchise owner, I said, hey, I really want to do this. I want to become a franchise owner, but I need 1 year of general manager experience. Can you give me that position? Then she said, sure. I talked to the supervisor. They gave me a fucking fat packet of everything I needed to do, how to hire people, how to count food, how to order inventory from corporate, how to do all this fucking shit, back end stuff that nobody else should know except for the general manager.
Yeah.
He's like, here's a packet, everything you need to know. Talk to your general manager, have him initial everything that you have that you learn at going through the packet, and whenever you're done with this packet, give it back to me, and then we'll test you. Turn that shit back in the next day. Why? Because while I was a delivery driver throughout those 3 years, I stayed and I was like, hey, bro, what are you doing over there? Oh, I'm counting food for inventory. Cool. Can I count for you? Can I learn how to do that?
Yeah.
And then I learned how to hire people. I learned how to order. I learned how to check people out, like check them in, everything. Learn how to do everything in the company.
Yes.
And so that I became the fastest person from a delivery driver, skipped everything and went to general manager in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
that's record time. We got people breaking fucking records. So I was actually going to ask you, I was like, if you were like recruiting your friends to, okay, so you broke the record of selling 55 boxes of candy. Mm-hmm. Did you break any records on collecting like referral bonuses from like?
Probably did, but I didn't keep count.
Did you actually get the bonuses?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So how much do you actually think you actually made on the bonuses?
I think I made over 20K.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
So it is not worth it to get paid $8 an hour. It probably was for you at the time, just because. I don't know what you had to pay, maybe just like your phone bill or something. But,
yeah, phone bill, rent, and stuff.
But it's like when you do the math, $8 divided by 1,200. Yeah, that's just like, all it takes is one referral, and then I don't have to work for the next I don't know how many months. You know what I mean?
And one of the hacks that I also used to make more money in those jobs, like a lot of people don't know this, but
do you get a discount? Please say you get a discount on clothes.
Not really. I mean, I didn't really like the clothes. I had to wear it. We had to actually buy the clothes from our money. For Abercrombie, and every season we had to buy more. They actually got sued for that. And
Good.
Actually got
that sounds.
Yeah. So the hack is basically I used to clock in 15 minutes early every single day, because that's the time you can clock in 15 minutes early, and then I used to leave 30 minutes later or until closing. I was like, hey manager, do you need to help close? Because sometimes like they don't have enough closers. So every single day I went to work, I clocked in 15 minutes early, and then left late. So if you add that up, that's extra like $300 to $400 every month in your pocket. Nice. So I was getting more hours with the hours I was scheduled.
There you go.
Yeah.
So with you, this is so excellent, because remember, we went to Cortland, New York.
Okay. Right.
And you had the experience of a GM at a Domino's.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
Yes, I know what
you're going to talk about. We went to a Domino's. What was that sketchy shit that you already knew play out, because we were going to get robbed from like breadsticks?
Oh man, well this is most podcasts. I don't want to. Okay,
but
but okay. Do you want me to say it?
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
We already spoke about it. Yeah.
All right, fuck it. All right, here we go. So, I don't like going to fast food restaurants, you guys, because since I worked at a fast food restaurant and we were at the pinnacle of fucking success, like the best thing that you can do. Everything else after that is garbage, because like how well a restaurant should operate, but when you get anything less than that, you're disappointed, right? So I don't like ordering Domino's just because of that. But then I felt nostalgic. I was like, man, I haven't had Domino's in years. Like, I want to eat some. So we decided to go get some, and we decided to actually go and drive.
You know what? Let's be real. That was the only thing that was open.
Yeah. Okay. But I was nostalgic. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was making it a very strong point to be like, let's get Domino's.
Yeah.
Besides it being only one of the things that was open at the time, but we were waiting we go order, and I'm already seeing like fucking things that I'm not liking. In my brain, I'm already fucking analyzing, judging them, like already fucking seeing what I see, right? And then so when you order and the pizza's coming out of the oven, the person cutting the pizzas has a box, sees the label, this is a large pepperoni pizza, perfect, right here. We put it in, it cuts it, puts it in a box, or like closes the box and puts it on a hot rack. A hot rack is where it keeps the food warm, okay? Well, this guy decided to put it on a delivery bag. And I know that was ours because I saw the pizza coming out of the fucking oven, and I was like, that's our pizza. That's what we ordered. Why is he putting it in a delivery bag? And then he kept doing this. Like, he kept looking up and like looking side to side, see if anything was checking me out, and I was like, oh motherfucker. I like in my mind I was like, oh motherfucker, because one of the biggest things that drivers would do was steal food. They'll go to the oven, they'll grab food, they'll pack it, they'll put it in their bag like it was their delivery, and just drive off. And then guess what, when they're missing an item in the store, they're like, oh, we probably forgot to put it in, or somebody messed up, they give it away, whatever, let's just put it, let's remake it, put it in the oven, and that's it. So he was probably like, I'm a driver, I'm hungry, I'm gonna put it in the delivery bag, I'm just gonna hide it and just give the order, and then take off with my order so I can have some food to eat, right? So I was already watching him. We ordered what, a pizza?
It was 2 pizzas.
Two pizzas, cheese sticks.
Wings you got, I think.
Yeah, wings.
It was breadsticks and
it was like
cheesy
it was
sticks.
4 things.
Yeah.
It was like 4 or 5 things.
Like it was 4 things. Well, I
It
got
was smacking.
So what I got when he handed the food to me, he gave me 2 pizzas and 1 side item on box. But we ordered 2 side items. So I immediately knew. I was like, bro, we're missing something.
Right.
And he was acting dumb. And I was like, so I called the girl that cashes out, like took the money. And I was like, we're missing something. And I was about to be, and that motherfucker over there has it. He put it in that bag right there. But no, then he was like, oh, he was pretending to be like, oh, well, we didn't get anything. And then he's like, he opens the bag and like, oh, look, I have it here now.
I found it.
I found it. Yeah. so that happened. And I was so pissed. This guy had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I didn't say shit, because you know how he gets when he's pissed off.
Yeah.
If I'm the type of person that will actually,
You'll go berserk.
Right?
I'll actually be like,
Yeah. One thing with the fast food though, I never worked in that industry, but the thing is that they're so bad at their jobs. Like some of them. And I do feel bad sometimes. Like, let's say I'm drunk, like, go to Taco Bell and they mess up your order. At the same time, like, damn, like, they have the opportunity like everybody else. They can fix their credit. They can at least do something on the side to make money and get this, from this hellhole. But the thing is that at the same time, when they mess up order, I don't really feel bad. Because I'm like, you have one job. It's to make the food and give the food to people. How many times have you guys went to fast food and they didn't listen to your order, or they didn't make the right food, or misplaced an item, or missing an item? It's it's like it makes you feel like fuck, I don't want to go back there, but at the same time, like it's just like,
especially when it comes to food, because you don't know what they can do back in the kitchen.
Right.
Like I don't want to complain, fuck, but
they'll do it again. Yeah, they'll do something even worse.
Yeah, there's a movie made about that. I forgot.
Yeah,
like,
it has that.
A steakhouse?
Yeah, it has that stupid
they spit
guy.
in their food.
That's
like,
dumb. That's
he
ridiculous.
makes
it's a real thing, dude.
Some guy makes it snow in his steak.
Yeah.
He gets
he
the
puts
dandruff.
his like dandruff.
My
What's his
salty.
name? What's the name of that actor? I really don't like him.
Yeah.
He's married to.
I heard that
it's called waiting. It's called waiting.
I heard this guy who had HIV kept putting his own blood into people's food.
That's disgusting.
And
that's
he infected like 30 plus people with
that's
HIV
crazy.
because of
That's
that. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, crazy stories. But
Yeah.
okay, so
You got
retail.
recruited by Apple.
okay,
Yes.
so
You got
Tell us
recruited
that.
by Apple.
So I was working at Zara, and I got recruited by a manager. And then that job, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about customer service. I learned a lot about the products. I learned about like setting up an iPhone for someone like who's an older lady, right? Bought her first iPhone and showing them how to FaceTime their grandkids. Like imagine doing that. Like you're gonna cry, Like
That's awesome,
so there's different shifts. You do sales. Yeah, I worked at the Genius Bar too, fixing people's phone and stuff. But the setup was my favorite. Would divide the device, and then the setup team set up the device for you. And that's like amazing because they get to actually see their kid, on FaceTime.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Or
So
their grandkids.
so good customer experience, good
Yeah.
customer service.
I think what's cool about Apple is that you don't have to sell a customer on something because you guys don't get paid based off commissions.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you guys were getting paid based off commissions, it's like, are you sure you just want the basic
You would make a lot of
model?
money. Even if you do like 1% commission, you would make hella money because whenever they release an iPhone, there's like resellers from Brazil, Argentina, Colombia. They used to come and buy like hundreds of phones, you know.
Bro.
So imagine the commission on that, even just 1%.
Bro.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Not
because
even that. No. You don't even need to go that far. Just drive down to Mexico, bro. As soon as you cross the border, because, okay, I got tired of me going to Mexico and running out of data and shit like that. So I was like, I'm going to buy a
SIM
a
card.
service over there, down there, and buy an extra phone probably here, because I already knew that because it's an Apple product, it's an American product. Shipping overseas is going to be more expensive. So buying it overseas is going to be more expensive. I go to the AT&T store down there. I buy a year plan, bro. A year plan in Mexico costed me exactly what I already pay for 1 month here.
Yeah.
For my business lines. I was like, so when they're like, oh yeah, so if you buy the yearly pass, it's gonna be like $200, and but it's for the whole year. You pay 8 months, you get 4 months for free.
Yeah.
When he said $200, I was like, sign me, buy 4. I need 4 like right now, right?
Yeah.
Just because I fucking can.
You almost
Yeah.
wanted to get the guy or the person helping you another extra phone.
I was with
like,
my
"Bro, do you want one too?"
girl. I was like, you want one? Like because she keeps fucking running out of fucking data. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, let's solve this issue right now.
Se le acabó el saldo.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
You're like,
fucking,
I don't want to stop talking to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want no fucking excuse now.
Yeah, you better answer now.
The crazy thing is also about Apple products in third world countries. They cost more than what you buy here.
Oh,
So I was
100%.
talking to like people that was coming from Brazil and Argentina.
Yeah.
They used to buy like 2, 3 iPhones, go home, and then they would make money for their vacation.
Okay,
Like
bro,
whatever
okay, so
they
this is
spend.
where I was trying to get at. I asked him just for fun. I was like, hey, how much the iPhone 14 Pro Max cost right here? When I did the conversion to dollars,
Yeah.
$2,200 for that. And I was like, I swear to God, I can probably buy it for $1,200 right here.
You know
so
what's-
$1,000 more expensive, just a 15-minute drive south.
That's crazy.
That's what's wild is I went to Baja Beach Fest last year and I got pickpocketed. Oh wait, no, was it 2 years ago? Yeah, I think it was like 2 years ago. Anyways, I got pickpocketed, and it's like you got to understand that people specifically go to like these massive events. It can be Coachella,
Like
it can
EDC.
be EDC, it can any like big concert, right? I got pickpocketed. For the people that do end up getting caught, you end up like running into them. Like your phone is like covered in aluminum foil. I don't want to imagine how much those people are making out there, you know? Like just
Probably 50 to 100K.
yeah.
Because here's the thing. I seen videos of them getting caught online, and they rip open the bags. It's just like
a shit ton of phones.
Yeah.
phones all wrapped up,
Yeah.
banded, like rubber
And
band
then foil
together,
paper.
foil
Yeah.
paper,
Yeah, so they
on
can't check the
Ziploc bags.
location.
It's
Yeah, it's
insane. It's
Yeah.
absurd,
It
bro.
happened to John too at ADC. Somebody took off his backpack. Yeah.
That's wild. They're really good at what they do. So you got recruited for Apple, and then
Mm-hmm.
when did you make the leap or the jump to go work at Tesla?
That was like 2 years later.
2 years later.
Dude, I keep hearing a pattern: 2 years, 2 years,
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah,
you know what's funny?
Never
Every
got
2
fired
years-
from a job though.
But that's
never.
actually smart, because so
Yeah.
many people get comfortable and they stay, and that's what
Yeah.
happened to me at the end.
Yeah.
I was at Domino's for 6 years, and at the end I left because I was so done. I was like, I've done everything, and Domino's has to offer.
I can't even
I
grow here
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like I was just done, and I noticed that I was just comfortable doing it, but I was uncomfortable in my comfortableness. Like
Yeah.
if that's if you guys can
Yeah.
understand that, but okay, so Apple, Tesla, and then actually after that, you eventually did your entrepreneurship again.
Yeah. So I was basically kind of like working at Tesla, because they offered me more money.
Was this still all in Miami?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they offered me.
Excellent question.
Tesla offered me more money, and they're like, "Oh, your sign-up bonus is gonna be $10,000 stocks."
Stipend.
So they were like, "Okay, like I'll take that." I had to stay for like
You
a
still
year.
owe them?
No,
Do you still
I sold
own them?
No,
But you made more than 10,000.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, for sure. And then while I was working at Tesla, I was watching. I remember like closing because you have to clean the cars and everything. You know how they have the cars inside the mall.
Correct.
And there was this ad on YouTube. They were like, oh, how to start your own ATM business. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I did like MLMs and stuff while working at like the other jobs and stuff, but MLM really doesn't work and they close down, and it's just like you build a whole team and then boom, gone.
And it ruins your
Well,
reputation.
Yeah.
That's what I tell.
Well,
this-
yes and no, but I recommend people getting into MLM in the beginning because they can learn from it. You know what I mean? They
That's
can meet
what-
people.
Yeah.
You know?
It's what got the hustle out of me too.
Yeah.
I joined an MLM
Yeah.
and it's what got the hustle out of me.
Yeah. And then while working that job, I saw that video, and I was like, I hopped on the webinar. Because there's a webinar for the training.
Was it free?
And the webinar was free, yeah. And the guys that was hosting it was Just Set Fly. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I
do,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly who he is.
So I was like, and then I
Big
did my
clown.
research because I didn't have like $1,000 laying around
don't
like that to
fucking
spend
like
on a
him.
course. But those guys made $900,000 on that one
Fuck.
ATM like webinar. Yeah, they did it live and everything.
course.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my research. And then I actually bought the course from someone else that was like $300.
Pirated.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
it. Do whatever you
no,
gotta
no,
do.
it was someone else.
Oh, okay,
in
gotcha.
there.
Someone else.
Yeah, someone else who's not on social media like that, but they have their own business. Just at Fly, he never owned his own ATM.
Bro,
by the way.
this is what people
Never.
don't understand. So you bought a course for $300. And we're gonna hear the entire story right now, but can you just give us a quick flash, like how much did that ROI you?
Like I don't know,
And it's-
10,000%.
It's still going, right? Infinity.
Actually, the answer is infinite. So
Yeah.
whenever like I have like one of the little homies or somebody's like my boy's like younger brother, and they come up to me and they ask me like, I don't know what to invest in. What should I invest in? I always do you know what my answer is?
Themselves.
No. And well, yeah, I was like, invest into something that gives you infinite ROI, whether that's learning a skill, just learning something new, but
Yeah.
so long as you continue to learn
Yeah.
and use it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I had to when I bought that course, I had to convince my best friend, which is Chris in Miami, like to
Which
go
one?
in the business
Bueno?
with me. No, he's kind of low key, but
Good.
so he went on a cruise. He came back, and I convinced him. I was like, bro, let's go into this business. We can make a lot of money as long as we own the ATM. We have it in location. It will always make money.
Okay, from 1 to 10, how hard was it to actually start ATM? Like, if you were to tell somebody right now, hey, you want to start an ATM business, it's this.
It's hard. It's hard. I would say it's like 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and why is that?
Well, I think now it is.
It's because they need money, right? Like not
Okay.
everybody has like money laying around.
Okay, so what if money's not the problem?
maybe like a 5.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and how much money do you need to start? Because you probably have to buy a new ATM. I was
So
told
like an LLC, which
not
is like 500.
not to use a used ATM, correct?
I bought a used ATM.
Okay,
yeah.
because they told me like you don't know what other software is there. Like you could get hacked.
Well, you have to buy it from a reputable.
Oh, okay,
like,
gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Like refurbished ATMs.
Okay,
I
so
bought
how
refurbished.
much would that run you?
So an refurbished ATM, I was buying it for $1,500. Brand new, installed, I was paying $2,200. So
oh, it's just not that much of a difference.
All right,
is
so
it?
Yeah.
you wouldn't pay $700 more for that security and peace of mind?
I would, but the thing is that I was trying to save money.
Yeah,
so,
not for
and it
his
came with
very
a,
first business,
It
yeah.
also came with a 1-year warranty, the refurbished one, same
Alright.
as the.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
easy.
so-
Valid.
That's
That's a valid
take
point.
this one too.
And then the hardest thing was the business was not buying it and everything.
Finding
the
the
ATMs,
location.
finding the location.
Okay, so
Right.
Yeah.
that's where I think it's the big problem. So what do you think? What was one of the tactics that you used to be able to actually find the locations?
I just started talking to everybody, everybody, friends and family that I knew, be like, hey, I'm in this business. And if
Networking.
you know anyone that needs a, ATM in their location, I want to put one there,
Gotcha. So all word of mouth, basically.
All
Did
word
you
of
ever go to walk to locations and be like, hey,
I
this is what
did.
do?
It did not work.
That didn't work
Because
out.
businesses, they're very closed off. They don't want like someone who's walking in there. Oh, I want to offer you an ATM. They think it's like, it's not like, you gotta have like.
Like,
you gotta-
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
This is
like
a scam.
you gotta think about people who own actual businesses. They're old, right? Like brick and mortar.
Especially
business,
brick
right?
and mortar off-
Yeah.
yeah.
So they're like they only have referrals,
And
right?
then even if you walk in there, they're
Yeah.
mostly employees, and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm not the owner. Like,
Yeah, even though like my dad and my uncles, they own a bunch of like stores, like grocery stores, which is one of the best location. I couldn't get in there because of they had contracts. So after the contract expired, I was able to do it, but they had 2, 3 year, 10-year contracts, so I couldn't really get in there. So I started a page called ATM Academy. that's when I started like, people started referring me in that page. And then I taught other people how to do it. And then I think like 6 months later, I had about like 7 or 8 ATMs. And then when people started asking me about it, I created a course. So the course was like in a whiteboard with my back then iPhone 10 or iPhone 9. I shot it on the phone.
2 cameras.
Yeah, and then I clicked out. I figured out like click funnels, how to create that. I did it all on my own, and then created the course. I sold the course until today, maybe like over like $600,000. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
$600,000 for just the course?
Just the course, yeah.
ATMs only?
ATMs only.
Damn.
But
yeah.
didn't okay. I think you partner up with somebody for this?
Yeah, my
Okay.
best friend, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so you started. You said, hey, let's do this. And how long did it take you to get your first location?
My first location was like probably like 2-3 weeks.
So after 2-3 weeks of saying, like, hey, I do ATM. Hey, I do ATMs.
Yeah.
Somebody, what location was that? Was it a grocery store, barber shop?
The first location was a grocery store.
A grocery
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
Gotcha. Nice.
Laundromat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laundromat.
Yeah.
And then how many more locations did you get, and how long did you do it for until you said, let me do this ATM Academy?
So it was probably like for like 6 months I did it.
Okay.
And after buying my first ATM, I realized I didn't have any money to put in the ATM. So I needed money, and I was kind of like, I had like a 690 credit score, and then I saw this thing online where people like mass apply for credit cards. I was like, and then I talked to this guy. He was like, yeah, I charge 10%. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I told a couple of my friends to come to my house, and then we basically pulled up all the application for like 7 credit cards. And I think I got approved for like 5 or 6 of them, and I got like $59,000 in total.
That's good.
So
Nice.
I used that money to buy the ATM like ASAP because I was kind of growing like fast. And then for the money, what I did, I went to Apple, I went to Louis Vuitton, I went
You
to
did
the MS. Yeah,
Yeah.
back
Buy
then,
return.
it was like doable. Now I think it's like impossible to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, it's just
With
harder.
Apple?
You just have
It's just
to find the
harder,
location.
way
yeah.
harder.
But in return of 10% on my credit card, pay 10% on my credit card. I mean debit card, and then
Yeah.
90% on the credit. So did that, and then that's how I got my ATM started. The thing is that I was actually like, we had a community where that guy named Jess at Fly. I was in the Telegram chat.
He's a garbage boy.
And I was basically moderating the chat while they were on vacation and stuff. And then people started asking me, people that paid his course, paid him, and then paid for like a mentorship. He never basically like did him because he was always like traveling and stuff, right? And then people started paying me to do a one-to-one mentorship. That's when I decided I wanted to create a course. And my
Gotcha.
course was at like $500. It was cheaper than his, so I was getting sales like every single day. I remember like working at Tesla one time, and then I was on a shift.
Oh, you're still working at Tesla?
Oh
doing
yeah, I
this
was.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Because
Damn. Even
working
after
10.
making a half. Oh wait, no.
No, I didn't make that then. This was like, ongoing. So I was like working at Tesla, and then I was, talking to clients with the iPad because there was an iPad talking about the cars. And I basically, while talking to the clients working at Tesla in the mall, I was taking phone calls for sales for the course. And
right.
I hopped on a call with everyone, right? And then that's how I was getting sales. One day I made like, I think like 3K. I was like, what the fuck am I doing
So
here?
6 clients.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm barely getting $100 or $200 here.
A day.
And then here I'm making, I could make $500 with one sale. So I was putting videos on YouTube, like how to fill an ATM, how to basically fix an ATM, how to install one, and how much can you make per one location, showing them results. And then Instagram was actually basically helpful because I was getting a lot of people to follow that page.
Yeah.
And I already had students that had ATM already. So I made a collage of every student like that had an ATM, and it kind of like blew up from there.
Sheesh.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
All free marketing right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started doing that.
When did
I
you
don't know.
start? When did you start ecom?
So ecom I started in
2017.
2017. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Before you get into ecom, because that's another rabbit hole we need to pack. How much did you say? Because you said that you bought the machines, but you didn't have money for the machines. How much?
yeah.
How much money do you need in order to make that?
You could put like
ATM?
$2,000 minimum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Nothing
you don't
crazy.
need nothing crazy. I mean, if it's like a strip club, at that point you want to hire a bank to fill it up, like
Gotcha.
drinks. Like,
So it depends on the location, but let's say typical your first grocery store one,
Yeah.
or sorry, laundromat, right?
Yeah.
Your first laundromat one, we're talking about $2,000
that one was like $4,000 every week.
every
'Cause it
week.
was-
You had to have $4,000, but
Four-
you
four-
got the money deposited to your bank account though.
Yeah,
right?
so basically how it works is, let's say someone takes out like $80, right? And the fee is like $4. The next day you get the $80 and the $4 in your bank account,
So you
unless
got
it's a weekend.
$84.
So I got $84, and then you basically take out the money and cycle it again, take out the money. So I had to be, strapped too, because it's like security. And then I used to have Wells Fargo as a bank. They closed it down because they saw I was doing the ATM business. Big banks really don't like the ATM business. They consider it a
They
high
don't.
risk
Correct.
business,
Or
which is the
anything
same
in
thing
cash.
as like
Wait,
credit repair
So
too, right?
wait, did you tell them it was for ATM?
I told them it was a ATM maintenance company, but they didn't believe me. They kicked me out. They closed my account. Then I went to Navy Federal, which allowed me to do it. Like,
So
Wow.
so you mean to tell me that one of the most crooked, most
Yeah.
corrupt fucking banks, Wells Fargo.
yeah, that's every bank. You go to Chase, you go to like Bank of America. They're not gonna.
Yeah, the big banks don't like it. They just don't want to take any risk,
Yeah,
which is ridiculous to me. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
They can actually afford it because they're the ones backed with the most money.
Yeah, they're definitely up there.
Yeah.
So Wells Fargo has more assets than Chase. Which is,
No, Chase has the most assets.
really?
Yeah, Chase is number one bank in the U.S.
All
Yep.
right.
3 trillion,
Okay.
3 trillion in assets.
All right, can we move on to e-com?
Yes, yes,
All
we
right,
can.
Perfect. So 2017,
Mm-hmm.
you start doing e-com, and that was massive because that's when I began to learn about you, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
That's when I started learning about you too.
I was
Yeah.
like, this guy is my fucking idol. And I've told you this, right?
Yeah.
And now, like, guys, you guys have to understand this. Like,
Yeah.
I tell him this all the time. Like, I started hearing about him. Like, I followed him because you also you know what you forgot to talk about? You forgot to talk about you doing boxing.
Oh yeah.
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, and I knew that.
What?
Yeah.
He was also doing boxing, and
When was this?
that's how big of a fucking fan,
Yeah.
or that's how much I idolized him. And it's like, fast forward 6 years down the road, like,
Now we here.
6 years down the road, now we're here, and
Yeah.
at the Waldorf Astoria. No, 6 years down the road, I have a spot in your office, you know, which is fucking dope. So now
Yeah.
we partnered up. You know what they say, like, hustle so hard, your idols recognize you, and you guys work together. But 2017, you start doing e-com. That took everybody by storm. I remember.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I was actually like drop shipping.
Would you mind talking about Project Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'll talk into that.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. What started first then?
Because Project Wi-Fi is
I-
Walmart, right?
At first, like, there's a guy named Vince. He's actually the first one who started like basically talking about e-com. He wasn't really big on like Instagram, but he was really big on Facebook. So he used to have a business partner called T-Rod, Tommy Rodriguez.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard T-Rod is the very first person to ever
Yeah.
do.
Well, it was Vince. Vince was running everything for him, but he was the
Wow.
back end man. So they were friends.
It's a Bill Gates story.
Yeah. So Vince was the guy like everybody went to for like e-com. So I bought his course for like $3K, and to be honest, I didn't learn a lot of shit. It was just like it was a horrible course. Then
Wow,
I
okay.
started like researching a lot because I started researching a lot on YouTube. So I learned a lot from actually YouTube. So I started like drop shipping on my store while I was at home filling up orders like at midnight and in the morning before I went to work. And then that's when like everything shifted for me, and then I was referring clients to him and I was making commission. So I was making like 5-10K a month just by referring clients to him.
I don't think people understand the hustle that it takes to fucking make it, because just 2 days ago, people think I don't work, which I do, but I just don't work a lot. But when I do work, I'm very rapid. I'm fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, you were fulfilling orders overnight and still working a regular job. Like, like we don't talk about this. We don't show this on social media, but there's so much that goes into it. But
Yeah.
Big time.
that's why we get to. That's why we deserve. That's why we have. That's why we live the life that we live.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I was doing it without VAs too at the time.
Yeah, no, fucking wild. There's no way I can do it. So So you're making 10K off of referrals, and then you're fulfilling orders on your own. What else after?
I was just like, just like scaling my store. I remember like on my store, I made close to like 10K in the Christmas time selling toys, drop shipping it from like Walmart.
Of course.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because back then, it was nobody like really.
You said this was 2017, correct?
2017.
Can you actually explain what dropshipping is for the people that don't know?
Dropshipping is basically buying merchandise from like retailers like Walmart, and then Sam's Club, Amazon, and then
Costco.
drop shipping it, buying those when you get a sale on Amazon, and then shipping it directly from Walmart to Amazon
To the buyer.
to the buyer. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. What goes after that? So you.
When did you quit? Yeah.
Actually,
When did you quit?
Between the time like I was making like really good money on the course on the ATM, and then around when I started Amazon.
So you have 2 fat streams of income?
Yeah. And then I was actually like, I worked at Tesla.
No, 3.
Yeah, I worked at Tesla, and then I used to also work for my cousin at his grocery store, and then I used to drive over at night, because I'm only gonna be like young, like in this certain time, might as
Jesus
well like
Christ.
grind.
Yeah.
So I did that for like a whole year. That's when I was able to save up like a lot of money, and I was living with my parents, so like
You
I was
have to
kind
pay
of
rent.
living like under the means, like. I didn't buy food. I only ate at home, and then like working those 3 jobs, like I was able to invest into my credit, and I was able to invest into like my social media. You know what I mean? Like I paid like for those giveaways to build out my social media.
Oh, wow.
So like that kind of like helped me, and then I was basically also, even though my parents like had money, they still made me pay rent, pay utilities, and everything. So it was kind of like they were trying to save money by charging me, a certain amount. But I didn't care because I was making money.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. So when I first started hearing about you, I believe so, is Project Wi-Fi thing.
Yeah.
I either before or after, because I can't remember if I heard of Project Wi-Fi or in Capital E-com at the same time.
Wait, you started drop shipping, and then you have your ATM. This is in Florida. You moved to
I
LA,
moved.
and this is important.
This is
Yeah.
yes.
This is very
Actually,
important.
So I moved to LA because I got a
What year?
call from King Credit. Do you guys know what that is?
Your best friend.
Yeah.
Wait,
So Jan,
What year is this? What year is this?
Your boy
This is
Jan.
like-
Boy, Yan.
this is maybe like during COVID, when
Okay.
COVID first started.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That was a dope ass estate.
Yeah.
That wasn't
okay,
even a
so you-
house.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
you
was
moved
like
to-
18,000 square
And how
feet.
many years have you already been doing e-commerce at this
For
point?
like I would say like 3 years.
3?
because-
Oh shit!
yeah.
Okay, so
Because
3
it had blew up. So this is
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
So, damn, that's so crazy because I still remember I'm in college. I'm in OChem 2, organic chemistry 2. Just like flex. And I remember, there's always that stupid student in class that will ask that stupid ass question. I'm not gonna say I was that stupid student, but I actually asked that stupid question. But that question, I'll say what it is. And I remember very, very well. It was a Thursday, and the following Wednesday, we were going to have an organic chemistry test. And I remember I raised my hand. Of course, I'm sitting in the far back left corner. Why? Because that's the closest. I'm the furthest from the professor. This is stupid, but it's a true story. Furthest from the professor, on the very far corner, closest to the door. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I just want to get the fuck out. I remember raising my hand, and I was like, Dr. Young. Dr. Damn, I don't remember his name, but he was dope. I'll give him credit. I'll bring him up. I just don't remember. I was like, hey, professor, what are the chances that school will get canceled on Monday? And
This was in 2020?
this was in, I believe so. The whole class starts laughing, and I'm just like, okay, fine, fuck it. I was that student that asked that stupid ass question. Bro, when I tell you class got canceled on Friday, the very next day they said class has been canceled, yada yada yada, and there won't be any more class like the following week because we have to train our staff.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we have to train our staff to like use Zoom and like all the professors have to like redo their PowerPoints to be able to teach through Zoom, and it was a fucking mess. And I remember some stupid snotty girl goes, "Why would you ask such a question, bro?" When I tell you that she was right, I didn't have to ask that question because it's fucking stupid, right? I obviously just wanted to get out of the exam, even though I enjoyed organic chemistry. I was like, when I got that email stating, on Friday, like literally like 13, 14 hours later, I was like, you stupid fucking bitch, you know? And I was like, and then I started laughing, of course, but I'm by myself. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. It's going to be a long ass weekend. And it's like, yeah.
That weekend dragged 2 years.
Yeah, bro. It was the long ass fucking weekend.
Long ass weekend, bro.
Longest weekend of my fucking life. No, so you're in LA, you're living with King Credit and who else?
And Human TV.
And Human.
Yeah.
So he's a YouTuber.
Yeah. And I mean, I got a call. They were like, "Yo, you guys want to come out? We're actually gonna get this place. Like, it's like 18,000 square feet house. It's gonna be a content house. It'll be good for your social media and everything that you're doing." So I took the risk. I mean, I never been like outside of Miami, living there for like years, you know. And I took that leap. And I was gonna go for like 2 weeks to see how everything is. I ended up staying there for like a whole year. Yeah, so I kind of like left my relationship. I had that. I kind of broke off because I saw like the risk I took was going to be like a lot, you know? And at that time, you know, like living with someone who has like 20 million followers on YouTube and like over 1 million on Instagram, I was like, you know what? I could grow in this, you know? And I could start my, you know, I could take my business to the next level.
Nice. And so you stayed there for a year. I remember you guys made some fucking videos.
Yeah.
Him smashing the windshield of the car.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. That was funny.
The boring company flamethrowers.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's when I
And
started.
we don't know you at the time.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to have you sitting here.
Yeah.
Is this? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So you guys all saw me from like Jan's story?
I saw you when you were getting your ass beat boxing. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Oh,
No, you did not. That was
No, he didn't post. I saw the transition since like 2017.
yeah,
But
no,
that-
I think so. You knew of Mo first, and then
He's
I
my
knew
fucking
of him.
idol.
I knew of him. Yeah, beginning of 2020. You were in the contest house, and then I saw you with the Project Wi-Fi stuff. I just saw a bunch of ads for that shit. I was like, who the fuck are these guys? But whatever they're doing, they're sick.
I low-key wanted it to stop because I was like, bruh, after like 3 or 4 times of seeing it.
yeah.
Eddie's the
good
type
ad.
of person that gets annoyed after 30 seconds of anything.
Yeah.
But I'll play the same song over and over again.
Yeah.
But that's because I want to. That's because I want to do it. It's out of my control.
He wants to annoy us. That's why.
Yeah. He listens to Drake and Bad Bunny a lot.
Yeah, he of course he would know.
Chimbita.
Chimbita, I'm Chimbita over here.
Yeah, so basically in that house, you know, I saw that like, you know, I had an opportunity to start a brand. So I met someone named Marcelo.
Shout out to Marcelo.
No, not really. But we kind of partnered up and started Project Wi-Fi. They were kind of like homeless, so I bought them in. I had 2 bedrooms in that house, right? So I had them live in the other one as my, you know, assistant and videographer. Because me, Jan, and Human got to have 1 assistant and 1 videographer living in the house. So we each got 1. So I had my team live in there. So we started as Project Wi-Fi, and then we started the automation company, Amazon Automation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's how Project Wi-Fi became a thing.
Yeah.
And you guys started that. So Capital Ecom.
Capital Ecom happened when I moved to Vegas.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. So you started Project Wi-Fi. You started doing that. Were you guys mostly doing like drop shipping? Because that's back in the day. That's what was fucking
It was,
working.
Yeah.
bro. Like
Right.
all the pretty numbers of $1 million in sales is
Okay, so you guys started doing that. How long did you guys ran Project Wi-Fi for?
It was for almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
You're still in LA at the time?
LA, and then we got a house here. This is just
In Las
Project
Vegas?
Wi-Fi. Like my company got
In Las
yeah.
Vegas. When did you move the transition, or when did you make the move to Las Vegas, and why did you pick Las Vegas?
So we were over there, and it was kind of something happened between, I guess, like the guys that put up with the Project Wi-Fi. They were butting heads, like Human and Jan, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's move to Vegas," because we came here as a team to go to Ken Cardone's event. We had a really good time, and then we're like, "Yo, Vegas is cheaper. It's during quarantine." I think it was like 2021 around there. And then we decided we're gonna put everything in our U-Haul and then get a place here. And here we had like a huge mansion too.
So you said Jan and who else was having butting heads?
Jan and Human were butting heads with the people I partner up with at Project
With the
Wi-Fi.
people you partner, so Marcelo and
Marcelo, Andy.
Are you free to talk about why?
No, wait. Are you?
I mean, they were just kind of controlling to the people at Project Wi-Fi. They didn't really like it. And at that time, we were making money already. We're like, fuck it, we're just gonna move to Vegas. It's quarantine and it's like cheaper.
So you, Marcelo, and so your team moved to Vegas.
Moved to
Project
Vegas,
Wi-Fi
yeah.
moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm understanding this. So Human and King Credit agree, but like the Marcelo and this other person agree, right? Those guys are the ones that are going back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I thought Human and King Credit were
Butting heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. I
They're on
mean,
the same boat.
they were kind of butting heads to each other, so I saw that toxic
Nah, you guys
thing.
are. Nah,
you know,
at that point, it's like you can't even avoid anything because it's like, what the fuck are you guys supposed to do? Go to
Yeah.
each other's room? Like, can you guys like not eat
Go
at the
like
same
little
table?
kids.
Yeah.
Like little
It
kids.
was
your
fun
room.
at first, you know, everything was good. Then you know,
What? So
like,
so it was the Project Wi-Fi. What? Man, fuck them. Honestly, I hope you guys see this too.
yeah.
Okay, so where did Project Wi-Fi fell apart then? So because Project Wi-Fi, because I know Marcelo and the other guy lives here too in Vegas.
Yeah.
So what happened? So you guys moved in together still?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys moved in together here in Vegas. How long were you guys together, and what?
We were together since like LA to here. We were together for almost 2 years. You know, I bought in. You know, I was the CEO of the company, and they voted against me because it was like 4-way partnership to step down. So which I agreed. I was like, you know what? I don't want to take this responsibility. I'll step down as a CEO. I'll be a CMO. And then
Who was supposed to be the CEO?
Marcelo became the CEO.
But why? Like
Because they saw the company going a different way, and I saw the company in a different way. They didn't agree. We didn't agree on most of the stuff, and this was after like we made like a lot of money.
yeah. So what direction did you want to take,
talking
and
about
what
millions?
direction did they wanted to take?
To be honest, I don't really remember, but they did some sketchy shit, and I didn't want to be part of it, and that's why I said I'll leave. They did to me something personally, which I don't want to talk about because it had a lawsuit involved in it.
Let's go.
And then I won, and then I got some money from it, and whatever they did, it involved like of them hiring a girl and then drugging me. So it was really fucked up, and I actually got a confirmation a couple of months ago that it was. I had a hunch, but but it was actually true because one of the girl's friend, I know her now, and she said, yeah, that's what they did. They paid her $5,000 to do it.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right. Fuck. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So
When did
horrible shit happened. Go ahead. Go.
When did you move out of the mansion and move into? I'm pretty sure we can talk about that.
Yeah.
The fact that you lived in the Pano.
Yeah, Panorama Towers. Yeah.
So you left the mansion to live in Pano, and then you partnered up with
John. Yeah.
Who? Shout outs to John Tran. He's going to be one of our guests.
Yes.
Special shout out to John because he is the one that actually gave us the idea of the. He's the one that actually gave us the idea of the title of this podcast. It's Only Points Podcast.
Right. So
So-
he needs to be next, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's next.
Yeah.
So you partnered up with John and
Yeah, I was supposed to hire John as an affiliate for Project Wi-Fi because I actually went on his podcast. That's when I met him with his business partner. And then I also met Big Brain, which is like Jeremy and his crew.
Big
and
Brain.
And they reached out to me. They asked me if I needed a media team for my new company. And I was like, why not? And they weren't getting paid they were working for around like 3 months.
I heard
and they
about
were getting
that.
paid, and I was like, you know what? I'll pay you guys. You know, if you guys want to work for me. I mean, you guys can still do whatever you want, but I need a media team. So John played a big part in it, and then that's when me and John, after I left Project Wi-Fi, we sat down again, and we decided that we're gonna start Capital Ecom. I already kind of started the company. It was me and Elijah, one of my good friends, and he moved from Miami to here
Yeah,
to
nice.
start the company.
Nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how everybody, like, now I'm starting to see where the puzzle pieces are
Yeah.
falling apart together.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of crazy, yeah, because I can relate from moving, because you moved from LA, well, Florida to LA to Las Vegas. I moved from Cali to like Las Vegas as well, and a bunch of, well, I wouldn't say a bunch of people, but the third person just moved from California to Las Vegas for me. So I don't think you guys understand. Like, even one person moving out to Las Vegas from California is a lot. 3 people have already moved to Las Vegas to work
Yeah.
side by side with me. So that's huge, and that's a massive responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I convince a lot of people to move to Vegas too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
So
see it.
you guys
I mean,
might be convincing me. Nah,
Yeah.
you live here part time.
I'm a part-timer.
He's a
Las Vegas
part timer,
resident.
and you're a
Yeah.
part timer in San Diego too. So I mean,
Yeah.
you can't be a full time anywhere.
No,
When
I
it comes,
cannot.
when it comes down to
Fuck.
like living, you can be a part timer somewhere.
I'm literally just thinking of just getting a place here.
You're stationed in San Diego.
Yeah,
but-
and just having
but you're part-time.
my an office. That way I can, as soon as I land, I already have an office where to work
Yeah.
at. Fuck.
So you have Capital Ecom that blows up.
Mm-hmm.
You start your car rental company that blows up. Talk to us a little bit about how quickly you guys scaled, what cars you guys have, because it's not that you didn't know the guys from Samtech, but I took them to your office, and they I'm pretty sure they rented a car off you too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right
yeah.
off the bat.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk to us a little bit about like the car rental company and like what that has done.
Yeah, so I mean, started Capital Ecom. We started doing like Walmart. That's when Walmart was like really popular. I mean, we did Walmart at Project Wi-Fi too, because we're doing Amazon at Project Wi-Fi, and then account keeps getting suspended, so we switched all the clients to Walmart. So Walmart was big because like when I had clients for Walmart, the first month we were making like 2K, 3K profit. It was really profitable, and then I think Walmart didn't have customer service like how Amazon had it,
Right.
And
They
they
were just
suspended like more than 80,000 stores, like altogether. Like they didn't care who it was. They suspended every single store.
What?
Yeah.
What year was? What point was
This
this?
was 2021.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember I was so heartbroken when my Amazon store got when my
Yeah.
Walmart store got suspended. When
Yeah.
my Walmart store got suspended, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, because I remember having that extra stream of income, but it didn't affect me because I mean, I was doing well on Amazon, just like I still am doing now, but that extra stream of income was
nice.
was coming in fucking
Yeah.
clutch, bro. It was like $230 per day. Imagine that, just making an additional $6,000 a month,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
and then poof.
and then it's just gone.
That's
Just
just
gone.
That's crazy. So, yeah, I think one of the things I really want to hear from you are like the hardships of being an entrepreneur, because you're running multiple businesses now,
Yeah.
and you can really give perspective of how to adapt to change. So I
Yeah.
really want to know, like, how has the industry changed from when you started in 2017 to where you are now?
Yeah.
Right now.
Talk about like your biggest problems, because we've been making this podcast. Obviously, it's about you, but we've been making it seem as if this was a fucking smooth sail for you. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like you went from Bangladesh to Dubai to Florida to
Yeah.
LA to now like Las Vegas. Like, nah, because we all have hardships.
Yeah, I mean it is because like you can't when you have businesses like this, you can't really have relationships. You can't really have
So
friends
don't date.
like
That's a tip of advice.
Yeah, so you can't really have friends,
Yeah.
have social life because you're invested
grinding.
into the business like 24/7. And it comes with also like when you have multiple businesses, you also gotta find good people that you can partner up with, and they can handle it. So imagine like taking someone who has a 9 to 5 and be like, hey, let's do this business together, and then see their potential. And some of them works out, some of them don't work out, And that's where you gotta find good people around you that's going to scale the business. And that's why I liked having them part of the business, like actually own a percentage of the business, not just as employees. Because if someone has a percentage of the business versus an employee, they're not gonna work the same.
That's a massive bomb.
Yeah.
That's a massive
Yep.
bomb.
That's actually one of the things that I just learned myself. Because I have,
Say- Say it again, because I mean, if you're watching this, you can obviously just like rewind it, but just like, can you say it like slowly, like what you did?
So, for example, like John and Naeem, right? John, I partnered him with Capital Ecom. I hired him as an employee first and had him on salary and commission, and now he owns part of the business because he actually proved to himself that he's a beast, you know?
Okay, so do you actually recommend him hire his employee, hey, and have a contract, hey, based on your performance after 3 months, 6 months, a year,
Yeah.
if we like our partnership, let's elevate it to the next level, and I'll give you X% of equity stake into the company.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, if we
beautiful.
hit the right numbers and everything.
So you wouldn't do it like, first of all, like, hey, let's partner up together right away.
No.
Okay, gotcha. Because that's what I did right now. Because I have Sky Credit Enterprise. We do fixed credit. We do business funding. We anything credit related.
Yeah.
And that building that and systems for that, and it just takes me a long time because I'm traveling.
I mean,
doing
you
a lot of
were in
stuff.
fucking Philippines for 3 months.
Yeah, but okay, but like currently right now, like I'm just one man. You know, if I need to get all these things done, I need to be able to perfectly like schedule my time, my day to just get things done, you know, throughout the day. However, when I started the new company, which I haven't mentioned, so I don't want to talk about it myself, but when I started a new company, the one we got on a Zoom call about, I partnered with 3 people, and the shit that should have taken me 1 month to do, we got it done in a day.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was like, holy shit, we just built out this entire company in a few days.
Stronger by the numbers.
It was mind blowing to me. I was like, holy fucking shit. Imagine if I could do this with every company I do. Yeah. And I remember you telling me that you like seeing talent and potential in people and giving them the opportunity to partner up with you and helping them flourish their talents, right? So that's what I want to be able to do. I'm like, damn, I should be doing that. So actually, one of the things, I can't talk about this. Yeah. I want to, let's just say that there's someone out there that I want to partner up with my credit repair or my credit company. Yeah. And we're in the talks about it right now because it's like, fuck, that would be massive. The change and the growth we could achieve would be different. It would be more massive. And people don't like that because they're like, well, fuck it, I can do everything myself, because they want 100% of the pie. When if they realize if they just split it in half and they can make the pie grow bigger, then they can do it themselves.
Yeah, it's doing less of the work, growing faster.
Right. So actually, can you talk to us a little bit about the struggles, especially because in e-com, because I think you've been doing ATM and e-com the longest, but I feel like e-com has changed more in the last few years than ATM business has changed in the last few years.
Definitely.
So can you tell us, like, what are the struggles that happened throughout the way, and how did you pivot? How did you make that pivot?
I mean, right now, like, you know, every business has a struggle, you know? So, like, what we do is basically we have to learn and adapt, you know, wherever the business is going.
Right.
Like, we went from, like, drop shipping to doing, like, full FBA. So we had to, like, transition to that, you know? And
so actually now, okay, so talking about that, so what what is currently working right now, and what are you doing right now in e-commerce?
And we're doing Amazon FBA straight.
So okay, but I've heard Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA, it sounds to me I know it's fulfillment by Amazon, but I know there's people that do private level, like they go buy and they make their own product. Yeah. And then I know what Eddie's doing, and he's doing wholesaling, which is different. So is that what's working now? Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, full like wholesale and FBA. You know, we're basically seeing like better results with that, because in drop shipping, if you still do it right now, your account will get suspended within a month. Right. You know, and you don't want that. And accounts we have, like we manage, like let's say they did drop shipping before, like years ago, and we take that account and we do FBA, it can still get suspended for drop shipping. So that's why like we stay away from like drop shipping right now.
So now, guys are listening, anybody that tells you drop shipping, fucking run away from them. Do not do any sort of drop shipping. The thing that's working right now, to the 2 guys right here sitting here that do Amazon
actively,
they're actually doing it.
So it's not
it's FBA wholesale.
Yeah.
Correct. Awesome. And can you guys explain, or Mo, can you explain what does that entail? What the hell is that?
So basically, FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon.
Right.
In this business, like you have to build a good relationship with suppliers and wholesalers. There's a lot of companies out there that will sell you a product that's selling on Amazon right now, right?
Right.
And they have a certain quantity amount of it, right? They have 100 units, right? And if you have the credit or if you have the funds for it, you can actually look at your MLQ, BSR, do your research on that product thoroughly before you buy it, and they can actually ship the products to you, or they can ship it to Amazon. They can label it. So this is more like drop shipping was more like playing soccer with your friends, but playing soccer professionally.
Yeah, dude. To be
FBA
honest
is
with you,
like
when all these years that I've been on Instagram, when you're on Instagram and you're an entrepreneur, you hear all these opportunities, like a lot of automation services, a lot of things and offers that you can get into, or how do you spend your credit. Like one of the things I was very reserved about was referring anybody to anything, because a lot of things can go south, and I never saw the long-term longevity of it, especially when it was to drop shipping. But right now in the e-commerce space, I feel like the FBA wholesaling, it is a longevity play. Like this is not
definitely.
like a drop shipping thing and then
No, this is
7
it.
months
Yeah.
it's gonna fucking stop working.
Yeah.
No.
No, the reason why is because Amazon FBA is the model of how
Amazon
Jeff Bezos-
prefers-
Amazon, was created for.
No, it's how like Amazon. It's like what Amazon is
Yeah.
created for. Yeah, like you said, it's for like its intended use. So
This is like something that is never going to be beaten out, because for example, if you create a product and it starts selling really good and it's your own product, Amazon will just copy it and then do Amazon Basics or Amazon its own version of it, and it's going to beat you out. But with wholesale, you're selling products from
Brand name
products
Products.
like Colgate, Apple,
Tide.
all these
Tide.
big major companies that Amazon actually has a great competition with. So they're not going to easily beat them out.
Yeah.
Right. So I see this like I had a great conversation with a business partner of mine yesterday, and all he said, what business is buyers and sellers. That's how you make money. Either you're a buyer or you're a seller, or you connect them together. And what you guys are doing, you're connecting buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
And that's how you guys are making your money, the spread in
The
between.
middleman, yeah.
So
Anytime if you think about a product that gets from manufacturer to a actual like buyer of the product,
Right.
There's like few middlemen, at least 2 or 3.
yeah,
middlemen.
transportation,
Yeah.
the wholesaler,
Yeah.
so many steps in between, and you guys are capitalizing on that. So that's why this is such a longevity play, because you are already doing a model that has existed through
Since
time.
day one.
Since day one, yeah.
Since literally day one.
So like this is not like the next quick, like rich quick scheme fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's start drop shipping, and then fucking your account gets suspended a few months later.
Yeah.
And we create jobs, many jobs.
So
Yeah.
so that's cool. So that's why I'm like now I'm finally getting into Amazon. Like I'm partnering up with Eddie as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna be managing my store. I'm gonna be buying products through my store, right? And he's gonna be the one managing it. And this is for the first time I feel confident saying I can finally put my own money behind it, right? Because I never saw the vision before. So now that's what you're doing. I know you run many other companies, and I really want to be able to get your perspective on these. So what other companies are you currently working on now?
So I have a car rental company.
Right.
And then also we have an OnlyFans management company.
Gotcha. Are those so ATM,
E-com.
e-commerce, OnlyFans, Turo? Those
Yeah.
four are your main
Car rentals. It doesn't
Car
have to be
rentals,
Turo.
Oh, I mean,
That's
it's
just-
car rental service.
Yeah.
Are you guys still doing outside of Turo? Private?
Oh, sometimes, yeah. We have clients like
For your regulars?
like they'll rent a car for like a month or 2,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So,
Gotcha. So
yeah.
it's more preferable to rent it outside.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was our last guest, Alvis Samosa. Shout out to him. I was telling him how I wanted to get into it. Bless you.
Thank you.
I wanted to get into it.
Goddamn.
However, there's some questions and concerns that I want to talk about it. And when I was over the phone with him, he's like, you know what? I recommend not even doing private label. You're just gonna do it yourself because there's so much risk involved into it. But since you actually have a full-fledged operation, I feel like it will be more easier for you to manage. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of tough because, like, you know, we were doing private rentals and we were getting more like cars stolen, damaged, and things like that. Sometimes they should have covered it, sometimes they didn't. So it was like a whole hassle. So we stopped doing like, you know, private rentals, and we just focus on Turo right now.
Yeah, talk a little bit about your baby. Your
oh my God, that hurt. That hurt because I drove it like 1 week before it happened.
Yeah, man. Someone rented it, and then
what was it?
Sorry?
What was it?
A private rental.
No.
And then it was a Nissan GTR.
It was a
There you
Nissan GTR. It was your baby. Talk about like the day that you got it, because you had it when you were living in LA.
We need that story.
Yeah.
We need that story.
Yeah, I actually bought it in Miami.
Bought
it in Miami, and that was my dream car, and I always wanted to get that car.
So you bought your dream car in Miami. What age were you?
I was 26.
You were 26. You had already bought your dream car. You already beat me because I'm 27. I still don't own my dream car.
Yeah.
But my dream car is a 2016 Corvette Stingray. I can buy it cash right now, but what am I doing? Find my fucking dream car. It's fucking $45,000. Anyways, from there you move out to LA. Of course. What did you? How much did you pay to get it driven?
I shipped it there for like $1,200.
That's nothing.
That's nothing. That is not bad.
Yeah, now it's more, of course, but
yeah, of course.
it was enclosed too, so
nice. So no fucking debris, rocks, bugs, and so it came out. Nice.
And then you sold it.
I sold it. Yeah, I sold it when I got my, because I couldn't get it approved for the Lambo and the McLaren at the same time, so I had to sell that car to be able to get those cars.
Ooh, you should just refinance it on their business credit.
Yeah.
So you, technically speaking, sold your Nissan GTR to get a Lamborghini and a McLaren.
All at the same time.
In the same day. I remember seeing that.
Okay, and what year was this?
This was in 2022.
Okay, so just last year. And then last year again, you bought
your GTR again.
Yeah, I
and
bought my
it was
GTR.
the same GTR?
The same GTR. So the dealership I sold it to, they sold it to someone here locally. And I always knew someone had it in Vegas. And one time, me and Naeem, my business partner, were driving. We're like, yo, that's my car. He was like, no, that's my car. I was like, pull over, and then he pulled over. And when we talked to him, he was actually in the market to sell it because he wanted to get an AMG GT. And we offered him, I went to Navy Federal, got everything approved, and then I got the car back.
Did you pay more?
I paid more. Yeah, I sold it for $85, and I paid $110.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I bought the GTR, I paid $110.
Yeah.
Brand new. Fucking what?
Yeah.
That's insane.
How many more miles did it have?
He didn't put that much. He put maybe like 3,000 to 4,000 miles.
And this happened here in Las Vegas, because I'll be the one to say, like, if somebody tells me that's my car, pull over, that's like road rage right there, if you know me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was a really nice guy, So
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to, like, because I watch, back when I used to watch like TV, there's like this like car hunter or something like that where he just drives, and then anytime he sees like a super nice car, an expensive car, or a classic, they'll be like, hey, pull over, let me buy the car off you, that kind of stuff. Let somebody try me like that. Especially when I'm driving my Honda.
Never.
Tell me to fucking pull over in my Honda, motherfucker. No. So what happens? You're renting it out.
Okay. You bought the car back. It's your baby.
Yeah.
Your dream car. You had it for how long, and then you rented out, and what happened?
Yeah, so basically I had it for like 3 years, sold it, and got it back after like a year later.
That's a crazy relationship.
Someone rented it privately, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened, but the car caught on fire, and it completely caught on fire.
Yeah.
But I even had like a fire extinguisher in the trunk. I guess the guy didn't know. And the fire started really small underneath the car, but then it caught on fire, and then cops were called, and the fire department came because it was completely, half of the car was gone. It melted.
I remember seeing pictures, and it
Yeah,
it was I was like, damn.
I was mind blown because I had just arrived in the Philippines, and I
Yeah.
was like, "What the fuck? I just drove it like a week ago.
Yeah.
What the hell? I didn't get to drive it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gone
It was
It's
fun.
sad.
forever. No.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, so the car's gone. What happened? You opened a dispute with the insurance company?
Yeah. I opened a dispute with the insurance company, and we're still trying to work everything out right now.
All this time,
Yeah.
dude.
Then insurance company, they don't want to pay.
Did you
Well,
get,
it's over
did you
6
get Gap
figures.
insurance?
Oh yeah, I had gap insurance.
Just have Gap cover it.
Yeah. It wouldn't cover the whole car though.
Why not?
Because you only get back like the difference of
The whatever
much
the
you
insurance
purchased
is
it for.
covering, and they cover only the gap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gap insurance is fake, by the way.
Yeah.
You only want to buy, well, not financial advice. You only want to purchase Gap insurance when you buy a vehicle from the dealership.
Oh yeah. I always get Gap insurance.
Yeah.
So just established, and then overall, now that you have multiple streams of income, solid streams of income, you've just been going berserk with a couple travel hacks that I've taught you along the way.
Yeah.
A couple travel hacks that people around you have taught you along the way. What's like your favorite thing? Like, do you have a favorite location? Do you have a... Obviously, American Airlines is the best.
Yeah.
Guys, American Airlines is the best. Same with Alaska, but nobody really talks about Alaska. Favorite hotel branch?
Cosmo.
No, hotel branch, like Hyatt, Hilton.
Marriott.
Marriott.
I would
You
say.
like
Yeah,
Marriott?
sorry. Yeah.
Really?
Marriott. Yeah.
Marriotts are nice. Marriotts are pretty elite. And then like, what's like your favorite like location? With the exception of Miami, because you live there,
Yeah.
or with the exception of like LA or even Vegas, even staycations are in Las Vegas are dope. What's like your favorite place to go to where you just feel like at home? Because in the last, say, so it's April. In the last 4 months, from like January 1st of 2022 till now, how many countries have you been to? I know you traveled for like a whole ass month for your birthday.
Yeah, I
we don't celebrate our birthday for the day. We celebrate the whole entire month.
Yeah. So I think I traveled to more than 14 countries.
14 countries.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's not including cities, guys.
Yeah. They went to different cities in every country too.
Different cities in every
Yeah.
country. But what's like your go-to spot?
Go-to spot right now? I mean, I always go to Mexico, but now I want to travel to Asia because, I have the pass. So, I mean, I had the pass in 2019 too. I traveled to like Brazil, Dubai, and all these countries. Now I'm going to maximize because I couldn't really use that pass to, maximum
Do
potential.
you want to say how much you paid for that pass?
No.
yeah,
no,
paid-
no.
Okay, gotcha.
No.
Okay, that's why I was.
No.
Okay, don't
Yeah.
say. Okay, got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
And so we can talk about it after the
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
because that's something even I'm considering.
Yeah.
No,
but-
that's a no-brainer.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is a 100% no-brainer.
Well, me saying considering because I still feel like I need to lock in. I'm already traveling enough without it, and I'm
But the
like,
thing
dude,
is-
it's like
Yeah.
I'm already
Especially
complaining.
between the states, it's worth
Yeah,
it.
and
man.
I'm already complaining
Yeah, adds
about the
up.
fact that, dude, I don't get enough sleep. My diet, I can't
That's-
stick to a diet because of my travel.
No,
schedule.
Yeah.
well, that's gonna get fixed within the next month and a half
Yeah,
to 2
no,
months.
it is.
Honestly,
it is
Yeah.
gonna. So that's why I'm like, no, I'm not yet, but probably either
Yeah.
next year I'm gonna
so
get
in
that.
like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Once
So
everything
once you
is
get the
set.
pass, you could use your points just for the hotels.
Hotels,
and everything.
that's
Right.
that's.
You know?
Oh my god,
And
yeah.
then once you get the MMP pass, it's like cheaper.
The reason why it's worth it for me to get the pass, I'm just like in a rough spot right now. We'll be talking about that in our update. So the airline pass cost X amount. I make that much in cash back in like 3 months, I would say. So if I invest enough of my cash back for a pass, that's going to get me complimentary flights for an entire year. That is fucking worth it for me. That is 100% worth it for me. It is a complete no-brainer. And then I'm gonna remind everybody who do it best.
Okay, I got two questions for you. One regarding travel, one regarding business. Travel, you already asked it, but what is your favorite spot to like go to?
I would say Bali right now.
Bali.
Yeah.
Okay,
How much time did you spend out there?
Like 2 weeks.
How much money?
I spent less than like 500 to be honest.
To me, that's actually a lot
Yeah.
because how much was like the breakfast stuff where they put it in like
It's like
the-
$3
like in the
per
floating?
person. Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
Dude, that is cheap as fuck
Yeah.
for me.
That's why
I
every,
like to ball out, dude.
Yeah.
Me going to teacher for a week and I ball out more than that.
Yeah.
that's why, see guys, like a lot of people will go and film content in Bali and you know, like feel rich. I'm not here to knock anybody's hustle or anybody's like content or anything like that, but
Right.
you can look ballin' in third world countries and be spending
Yeah.
like $12. And it's actually funny because I actually remember watching a famous YouTuber couple went out. I'm just like, damn, that's goals. You know, they're like, can you
Little
believe
naive Eddie.
little what?
Little naive Eddie.
Little naive
Oh
Eddie.
my God.
Yeah, goals. You know, like I'm over here watching YouTube fucking videos and shit. I was like, she goes, can you guys believe the size of this salad? It's like twice the size of my head, and this big portion of chicken. We only paid $12, guys. This is gonna feed us for the entire day. And I'm like, damn. I was like, that's not even a drink out here. Like,
A shot.
it's
Yeah.
not even a shot. Like, I'm
Yeah.
serious. Like, I'm like,
I remember coming to Vegas for the first time in 2017. I got in a club, had to pay fucking $35 for a drink. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, we went to Omnia last night, and Gems goes, let me get me a drink, $45.
Damn.
$45, bro.
Expensive.
Yeah, dude.
You could
But
live
he goes, bro, I'm good with this one though, cause I'm already feeling it. Like I'm already feeling it. I was like, bro, we never drink. That's the thing.
That's why he's feeling it.
That's why he's feeling it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
He better make the most. No. So
Fuck.
that was
So a
your-
lot of entrepreneurs like live in third world countries. I don't know if you know.
yeah, of
Oh,
course,
yeah. Easy,
less
yeah.
taxes and stuff like that. Because a lot of entrepreneurs, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna fucking expose them.
Yeah.
A lot of a lot of entrepreneurs that are barely making it will look wealthy because you can sell the narrative and the image, even though your business isn't doing that well. So,
Right.
how much would you think that rent in a super nice area would cost out there in Bali?
Like $500.
Okay, and hypothetically speaking, let's say that they're trying to launch a course, that your ATM course. Imagine to live it in a relatively decent place in Asia, specifically in Bali, Indonesia. That's in Indonesia.
Yeah.
$500. You sell one course. You just took care of rent.
Yep.
Would you agree that you can spend an additional $500 in food for the rest of the month?
Well, like some places comes with food and like
Damn.
yeah. So you,
Do
you
some
could get-
places come
you
fucking furnished too?
could- yeah, of course. So you could get a villa
I was
for
talking
like
shit.
$1,500, $1,500 per month, like a whole villa for just for you, and it will come with a chef and then also like someone to
Wow.
take care of the house.
Wait, how
and
much?
cleaning. Like $1,500.
All right.
One critter per client. Let's go.
All right, guys. It was cool living in Las Vegas. we
Yeah.
no, so
We out into Bali.
so the thing is, the reason why I say expose is because really you can look like you're making it
Yeah.
and really not, you know,
Yeah.
you can barely be making it. You know, you can look like you're making it, but you can barely be making it.
Yeah.
Narrative sells. The narrative sells, but.
I got okay. So that was
That
the
was the first question.
The second question, business question. Thank you.
We're always connected.
Of course. I want to. Everybody has seen it to this far because we've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
What after your experience, because you are one of the friends, the closer friends that have the most businesses. What tips do you give out to anybody listening right now who wants to start being an entrepreneur today?
I would just say like, stay consistent on what you're doing. I can't say that.
So if they're working at Tesla, stay consistent working at Tesla.
I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, you could move up to corporate and
Yeah.
do all that, but
But if
there's
they want
always
to become an
time.
entrepreneur, so
yeah,
what they
like
wanna-
if you're entrepreneurs, I would say one advice is basically time management, because you have 24 hours in a day. You sleep 6 hours. You got 18 hours. What are you doing with your life with 18 hours? Maybe you work 10 hours. You have other 8 hours to spend time with. You could start a side hustle. You can start a whole business within those 8 hours, all online. There's so many like kids right now, like killing it on like Shopify. They're killing it on like starting like small businesses.
At a super
like,
young age.
yeah, they're super young age. Like I know someone right now that makes over 6 figures just by cleaning pools, and he only has to clean 2-3 pools a day, and which is like really easy. But most of the people are lazy and they don't want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna suck in the summer, but everybody's getting ready right now. And
Yeah. I mean, the summer they can get more clients and he doesn't have to do it. He can just
Hire
outsource a
employees.
job, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people you can find for $10 an hour, you know, right now.
Gotcha. Nice. So
I think wait. I think are you like that's like are you like that's so time management and what else?
Time management, staying consistent, and also
Consistency.
I would say something like, you know, because like, you know, I got a degree and everything, but I didn't really pursue with my degree anywhere. But like always follow your heart, you know. If you think you're capable of doing something, you can. You just gotta like do it, you know.
I heard a famous quote the other day, and I don't remember like how it went, but they said if you think about this thing every single day, you should be after it.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel you're like missing this point, like, and you said this, and I followed your advice.
Yeah.
What did I do? I live in Las Vegas. What did I do?
I'll stop going out.
No. I live in Las Vegas. What did I do? Where did I live before? What did I do?
Oh, move to Vegas.
No. Well, just not. Yes, but no.
Yes, you answered the question.
The life hack is leave your hometown.
Oh, leave your hometown. Yeah.
Leave your hometown. Leaving your hometown is gonna show you how to. Well, go ahead. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like for me and for other people too, like they're really comfortable at what they're at. Either they're living with their parents, or
Just
they're in the same
friends, like-
relationship and they can't grow out of. Or you know, when you move to a different city, like you have this scarcity, like in your head, like, oh, I have to make it, or I'm gonna become a bum, right? So you're
There's plenty of bums here.
yeah, exactly.
Don't
So
point
you
at me, bro.
So you
What was
have
that?
to,
This way.
yeah.
It was this
Outside the
way.
window, you guys, that's why.
So you have to kind of make it, either getting 2 jobs or 3 jobs, or
You don't have a
starting
choice.
side hustle. You don't have a choice. There's so much opportunities that we have in this world. We have in United States actually. There's people in third world countries who will risk anything, even their life, for their family to come here. And some people here are not even taking advantage
Full
of
advantage
their
of it.
opportunity. You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like
there's-
I don't know if you guys saw like that guy that got a care package from Burger King because he worked like 40 years consistently, never missed a day. They gave him a package where it was like a toothpaste and like
Reese's Pieces.
like something like worth like $10 for 40 years he
Of
slaved.
work.
And then his life changed because on social media it blew up.
Yeah.
Because like
They made
people
a
started
GoFund.
donating.
They made a
GoFundMe.
GoFund.
But like people
hear
like
about
that,
that?
I also feel like some people like they don't. When some people are not for business, some people are not
Yeah,
for
no.
Yeah.
entrepreneurship. They just want to work the rest of their life and
Correct,
then be
correct.
happy with whatever they have. You know?
I mean, yeah, no, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's a grind, it's a hustle. If you don't have what it takes, that's okay. Because anyways, like I've always said, that there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 as long as you have a high paying skill. We all need doctors, lawyers, police officers, fire department. We need all of them, right? So we need employees. We have employees.
We have employees.
So as long as you have a high paying skill, you work for a company that you see they have a vision, a goal, and you keep moving up, and you have a good paying salary, and you actually plan for retirement, and that's the thing. You actually understand where the economy is going, and you actually start realizing this is how I can start. Even starting a side business, but not having it to like grow up and be a full scale blown business and everything, that's okay. As long as you're able to make a little money on the side, save it up, invest in the stock market, or maybe be able to, while you're working, buy your first house after 2 years, buy the second one, rent out the first, and after 10 years, if you do that every single 2 years, buy a new house every 2 years, boom, you have 5 houses. Fuck it. If you want to retire, you can retire at that point.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like you just gotta sit down, make conscious decisions, have a plan, and be able to see how you're gonna end. So there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 as long as you have that exit plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So
And guys, if I can give you guys a tip of advice, there's nothing wrong with working at a job so long as you learn a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. I used to work at a hotel, and I learned, it's funny I just said it, I learned an acronym, which is LEARN: listen, empathize, apologize,
you forgot it.
reassure, and notify, some bullshit like that. anyways, if you're working a regular job, make sure you're learning a skill that you're going to be able to apply for the rest of your life. And that the learn thing is, it's probably what's helped me the most. Like, it's perfectly fine working under somebody. A huge suggestion: reach out to your favorite entrepreneur, somebody that you idolize, and ask to see if you can work for them, even if it's for free for like 2 hours, for free.
Right. Provide value.
Provide value just so that you can learn a skill that you can later capitalize from.
Absolutely.
And that's
a wrap, man. I think this comes to the biggest section now. Last section.
Plug yourself.
It's you got to plug yourself in.
Yeah.
You drop major gems in this podcast,
thank
major
you,
points. We really appreciate you opening up and telling us your background and your family history and everything you've gone through, and even some controversies you've had in the past. So can you please tell the people how to find you? How can we provide value back to you?
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me on the podcast, of course.
My favorite one so far.
Yeah. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's mo.capital. I'm verified now, so.
There we go.
Ain't no way they're going to take you down. We're also going to be tagging him, obviously. So that's on Instagram. Do you have a Twitter? Do you have a Facebook?
It's the same thing, mo.capital.
What do you got going on? Any projects do you want people to check out?
When is your next mastermind?
Actually, we're in the talks about that.
Perfect,
We'll
yes.
Where
let
the
you guys
fuck
know.
was... All right. It's going to be a quiet dinner.
No, we actually included you in there, but
Sure,
You just
I'm
never
barely
responded
finding out. I'm barely finding out.
Your
definitely
phone
gonna
was on
do it.
silent, bro.
Yeah,
For sure.
We need to definitely start doing that for sure.
All right.
Awesome.
So mo.capital.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mo.capital on Twitter.
Obviously, he's going to get tagged down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you guys made it to the very end, thank you guys so much.
You guys are the real ones.
Oh.
We out. See you guys. We'll catch you next time. Again, last thing, Thursdays, 2 p.m. Signing
Pacific.
out.
Bye.
Signing out.
That was long.
Yeah, that's how we like going on, bro.
Yeah.